quite interesting. I have found scripts of at least one season, and well, the main thing, it doesn't work. So, well, of course, yeah, I will show you these beautiful graphs and all these colored pictures and so on and so forth, but the main thing that the idea is not working. The principles of television screenplay are another from the just screenplay of a movie or play in the theater or a book. So this method, the simplest one, when you divide the episode in pieces and record all the persons who speak in these pieces and then make a connection between them, it's not working. And firstly, it's not working because they have no direction. For example, one person speaks to another person, but another person doesn't reply back. So we have no connection. We have just one person speaking, and the second person is not a part of this communication scheme. And it, of course, it can be solved by using a directed graphs, but well, it was like an example tutorial, so I didn't use that. And the next problem is obviously that the amount of communication is not equal, and the interactions are counted wrongly. For example, when there are three characters, like there was an episode with three characters, the Countess of Grantham, the Dowager Countess, and the waiter, not the waiter, like footman. And the footman opened the door and said, the Dowager Countess, that she has arrived. Then he leaves, and the Countess of Grantham and Dowager Countess starts to talk. How many persons have communicated in this scene? 3. So one line of footman is equal to like dozens of lines of both Dowager Countess and Countess of Grantham. This is should be developed into some other scheme with counting of words, analyzing the amount of words, not just the fact that the phrase was said. But, well, this is how it begins. So it's graphs from that instrument to digitalize it, to make this special file. And so you can see in the beginning that everybody's connected, but the connections are rather...
Sorry, a little bit louder, please.
The connections are like vague, and there is no like central person. And later, it's for the first act. The screenplay was divided into 5 acts for the first episode. So it is the first act. The second and connections are better. Then it's better and better. And finally we have this all the episodes interconnected, and we can see this group of 2 and this group of 3 which are not connected with the main graph, and we put it into Gephi, and voila, they have no these groups. They are disappeared. So we have just the main group, the main graph, and all the persons are interconnected, but these 2 graphs are missing. But Gephi works quite well, and the division between 2 main clusters like the family and the servants is quite clear. The left side, of course, a family, except for Murray, who is a lawyer to the Earl of Grantham, Taylor, who is a chauffeur, and Duke, who is not a member of family but a guest. And the right side, of course, you can see all these people are servants. Then we do it with more serious, and here we can see a game, and Getty works quite well because it puts the new heir and his mother, Isabel and Matthew, into the right part. That is the part of family, not servants. But, for example, it puts again Lynch, who is somebody connected with the horses, and Taylor, who is driver again, into this group. We do it again and again. It's in the third episode, fourth, and the connection works pretty well. But again, one of the mistakes of Getty is that the final graph is missing. For example, the letter is missing and the numeral there. So it's strange number 3. I don't know how to debug it.
Yeah, there is an issue with export for some reason.
And there are 3 versions of export into PDF and some format I don't know, and some
SVG and PNG.
SVG and PNG. Yes.
And PNG is not working at all. It makes some fluffy image. And the only format that actually works is PDF, but it has mistakes. And so this is the 7th series, the last. So you can see that the graph is pretty wide and all the characters are included. But again, the principle is pretty clear, and the family is on the left side, the servants are on the right. But for example, Dr. Clarkson moves. In the 2nd series, he was in the part of family, and in the 7th series, he's in part of the servants. But the problem is that he is like none of them. He's neither family nor servants. He's just a doctor, which is connected with all the characters. And we have this final graph for the season 1, and you can see that we have like a cloud of character which not important, and the inner cloud of characters who are important, and it's like a bit more clear. And so again we can see it somehow managed to double Miss O'Brien, Lady Grantham's maid. I don't know how, I will see it. And again, the Branson, for example, is not connected with servants, who's a new driver, and he's more connected with Lady Sybil. So it's quite agrees with the screenplay of the last series. And again, something is cut down. So, as I said, this principle is working, but that's not enough, and some of these connections are wrong. Some of the connections are not shown here, so it's just unclear. And I have did a bit more research. I had an idea that the amount of episodes is connected with the importance of episode, of series. So there are 7 series in the 1st season, and each color represents an act. This screenplay is divided into acts, and the amount of each color represents the amount of scenes in one act. But again, there is no clear idea we can extract from it. So it shows that yes, the 1st series is important and the last series is important, which is I think pretty simple. That the 1st series of season and the last series of season should be important. So I don't know, maybe it can be somehow rebuilt and represented into some other way, and it can be useful, but I don't know yet. It was just an idea, so that's all. And if you have any questions, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for the second part of your Downton Abbey research. I'm looking forward to part 3. I mean, the problems that you encountered, everybody had it on some other level. I mean, even if you have digital sources, they're not in the format that we need to extract social networks. And I mean, you did what you could do, so and you still had some results. So I wouldn't be too negative about what you found. And I mean, for one thing, the clear distinction between upstairs and downstairs, that's something that we know and expect, and that's what the series is about. But just to have it in facts, transformed into a graph, is not nothing.
Yeah, so we can like prove the ideas we already have, but
Yeah.
we cannot extract any new ideas from it yet. I hope we should do it.
It's a path, I think. I mean,